So this second part of 3.4, I'm showing you what you can do with graphs. And one thing you need to think about graphs, if you're in charge of it, you're making the graph, you're doing a presentation, you need to own this, and you need to make sure you know whatever you're putting on the paper, okay, you can make them say whatever you want. Okay? There are ways to change things. Now, it's not dependent on what you want your data to be showing, how you're going to organize your graph then. Okay? So let's just say you're looking at this here. Okay? And there's a reason I don't have a title on here. All I want you to see is the years, starting about 1978, a little bit before, and goes to 1998. Okay? Well, whatever we're looking at here, I'd say there's a nice steady increase. Okay? Nothing, I don't think anything too rapid, but a nice steady increase. Now, if I show you this graph, about the same years, 1978, 1998, okay? If I'm looking at this graph, I'm looking at a rapid increase, okay? From 1978 to 1982, it's going up a good amount, okay? The thing with these two graphs are, it's the same data set, okay? Both these graphs are the same data set. The only difference is our axes. We're counting by 2000 going up here. Over here, we're counting by 500. Okay? So since we're condensing our y-axis, the increases are not as they're not as obvious as when they're spread out in the graph number 2 there. Okay? 1978, 1980, 1982. Over here, they're much closer together. Okay? So again, the increases are the same, but since the intervals on the x-axis are closer together, those jumps, they're not as spread out. They look a lot bigger. So how the axes are organized can make people think, okay, a nice steady increase compared to a rapid increase, no matter if it's the same data or not. Okay, sometimes just organizing your data. Okay, here, again, same data set, we're looking at bar graphs. Having the two extremes, we have the highest and then the lowest next to each other, it makes it stand out a whole lot more. You see the big difference between Japan and Sweden here, okay? If you put them in order, since it's gradually going down, sometimes that might be able to trick people that, okay, it's not, yes, there's a difference. We have the high, we have the low, but is it that big a difference? If it's gradually going down, Japan doesn't look as low when it's sitting next to the UK, Canada, that aren't quite as high as Sweden is. Okay, so just the order. These are the things that you should think about. And if you're going to be making graphs, think of how the axis is and think about what it's going to look like. Yes, you can make it say whatever you want, but it's also things you don't want it to say things that you don't want it to say. Okay, so it's very important that you think through your graph before you start putting it together.